Yes, let us start with the next part of the chapter, surface chemistry. Today, we will talk about colloids. You have studied about the solutions. Solutions are homogeneous mixtures of two or more components. You have also studied that solution can be true solution, suspension, or colloidal solution depending upon the size of particles present in them. If the size of the particle is less than 10 raised to power minus 7 centimeter, then it is called a true solution. When sugar is dissolved in water, it becomes a true solution. However, if the size of particle is greater than 10 raised to power minus 5 centimeter, then it is called suspension. When sand is stirred in water, then you get suspension, which slowly settles down with time. Now, in between the two extremes, there is a colloidal solution where size of the particles is between 10 raised to power minus 7 centimeter and 10 raised to power minus 5 centimeters. So, colloid is a heterogeneous system in which one substance is disperse phase and other is dispersion medium. So here we can differentiate between the three true solution, suspension and colloidal solution as true solution is homogeneous, suspension is heterogeneous, colloidal solution it appears to be homogeneous but actually it is heterogeneous. Size of the particles we have already studied. For true solution less than 1 nanometer, for suspension greater than 100 nanometer, and for colloidal solution it between 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. True solution particles do not settle. In colloidal solution also they do not settle, but in suspension particles settle on standing. True solution diffuse quickly. Colloidal solution diffuse slowly, but suspension they are unable to diffuse. In true solution, particles are invisible. In suspension, they are visible by naked eyes. In colloidal solution, the particles can be observed under ultra microscope. True solution, particles easily pass through the animal membrane and filter paper. Suspension unable to pass through both animal membrane or filter paper. In colloidal solution, they pass through filter paper but not through animal membrane. True solution is clear and transparent, suspension is opaque, and colloidal solution is translucent. Therefore, colloid is a heterogeneous system in which the diameter of the particle is between 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer. In this, one of the substances disperse phase and other is dispersion medium. Now, classification of colloids. Colloids can be classified on the basis of different criteria, and first is physical state of disperse phase and dispersion medium. On this basis, here are the different types of colloidal solution. First, disperse phase is solid, dispersion medium liquid. So it is also called solid in liquid. This is called sol. Example, gold sol, mud. If it is solid in solid, it is called solid sol, and examples, gems. Solid in gas, aerosol, for example, smoke. Liquid in solid, called gel. Examples: curd, cheese. Liquid in liquid, also called emulsion. Example: milk. Liquid in gas, it is also called liquid aerosol. Example is clouds, fog. Gas and solid, called solid foam, pumic stone. And gas and liquid, it is called foam. Examples: froth, whipped cream. Second type of classification is based upon the interaction between disperse phase and dispersion medium. If the interaction between disperse phase and dispersion medium is very strong, then it is called lyophilic. Lyo means liquid, philic means loving. So it is liquid loving. Whereas if there is no interaction between disperse phase and dispersion medium, then the colloidal solution is called lyophobic. Lyo, liquid, and phobic means heating. So it is liquid heating. Lyophilic colloids can be easily prepared by shaking the lyophilic colloids with dispersion medium. For example, gum, gelatin, starch. Lyophobic can be prepared by special techniques only. For example, colloidal solutions of metals and their sulfides. Lyophilic are heavily hydrated, lyophobic not much hydrated. Lyophilic are quite stable, cannot be easily coagulated. Lyophobic need stabilizing agents for their preservation. Lyophilic are reversible, whereas lyophobic are irreversible souls. Third type of classification is based upon type of particles of disperse phase. And first is multimolecular colloids. Multi means many. When many small molecules get aggregated together to form species having size in the colloidal range, then it is called multimolecular colloids. Example is gold sol. Macromolecular. Macro means large. Here the size of the particle is large, already in the colloidal range. Such systems are called macromolecular colloids. These are quite stable and resemble true solutions. For example, colloidal solution of starch. Associated colloids. There are some substances which at low concentration behave as normal strong electrolyte, but at higher concentrations they exhibit colloidal behavior due to the formation of aggregates. The aggregated particles thus formed are called micelles, and such colloids are called associated colloids. Formation of these micelles take place only above a particular temperature called Kraft temperature and above a particular concentration called critical micelle concentration. Here is a table showing the difference between multimolecular, macromolecular and associated colloids. So, multimolecular formed by aggregation of large number of atoms or molecules, macromolecular formed by large sized molecules, whereas associated formed by aggregation of large number of ions in concentrated solution. Multimolecular are lyophilic, macromolecular lyophobic, whereas associated are both lyophilic and lyophobic. Multimolecular, mass is intermediate, whereas in macro and associated colloids, molecular masses high. Multimolecular are held together by weak van der Waals forces. Example, gold and sulfur sol. Macromolecular held by strong van der Waals forces due to the long chains. Examples are starch, cellulose, proteins, and associated van der Waals forces increase with increase in concentration. And example is soap solution. Thank you.